give this brother a proper introduction. We don't bring people into the Dr. Dawn radio show raggedy any kind of way. We don't make you sit on the plastic couch like grandma used to. We make you feel comfortable. So, introducing, he's no stranger to the Dr. Dawn radio show, and he will probably be back in January, February, March. Come on, Carl. He is Carl Cormier, and it rhymes with gourmet. That's how I am, right? But he ain't cooking no gourmet every night. If he did, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. But he is the master trainer. That's what you better call him. But he is not only a fitness trainer, but he is also a sports nutritionist and owner of FITChurch Fitness. Welcome back to the Dr. Dawn radio show. Carl, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. You know why I'm doing wonderful, Dr. Dawn?
Why?
Because the Lord is still on the throne.
Ooh, come on right. Now.
And I am happy to be on here again with you, the one and only Dr. Dawn.
Hey, say that.
Raise the Praise 100
Woo!
Radio show.
Honey, you could do that commercial. Y'all just heard that.
That's right.
If you have questions for Carl, thank you for those who are watching. If you want to put your questions into Carl, he will be happy to answer your questions. Because, Carl, you answered so many questions last time, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. They had a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
I was surprised, but it was good.
Yeah. So it's whatever people want to do, and I just love that. But first, for those who don't know Carl, briefly, because I was talking earlier in the show about how you had your own struggle. Mm-hmm. You were overweight, because I believe, and I know we're encouraged when we hear people who are not just telling us, you didn't wake up with a six-pack and all that. No, you struggled yourself. And that's how you can help clients, because you have walked it. So give us briefly your testimony about what led you to a healthier lifestyle, FITChurch Fitness, and then we're going to get into these questions.
So, first of all, I was that fat kid. When I say I used to love to eat, the food, it was like a love affair with food. And in the 8th grade, I wore a size 44 in the waist.
Wow.
I had boobs. I looked like a mini Goodyear blimp.
Wow.
Okay. And so, and I was real self-conscious. I was, shy. I was, just really kind of an introvert. And one day, my uncle bought me a weight set for Christmas. And so I put that weight set in my back room at the house, and I went to work.
Yeah.
And before you know it, thank God, I got a scholarship in football.
Wow.
I became a great athlete. And then my senior year of college, I gained the weight back. After college, yeah. Yeah. Right after college, senior year. And so then I think my highest, I was about 350 pounds, right around there. And then, it was weighing on me. My feet hurt, my knees hurt, everything, your clothes don't fit right.
Yeah.
I had to wear those big tent shirts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You seen them people with them big old shirts? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From tent. Oh, yeah, look like a blanket. And so
let's be real.
That's right. But, I realized I had to make a change, because a lot of the people in my family died of obesity, cancer, heart issues, because they were overweight. Okay. So finally I started to work out. I started to lose weight. And then that led to my calling. I wanted to help people. I knew that God was tugging on my heart, that it was a need in the church.
Yeah.
And in the community. And so many people right now, obesity, from COVID, a lot of people gained a bunch of weight from COVID.
Hold on. I wish I had a womp button. Let me just raise my hand. But the pandemic over, but what's the excuse?
That's right. Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
And then now, fast forward, we just had Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Now Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
And then New Year's. So, people put in a lot of work. That was my time. Sometimes I look like the Thanksgiving turkey.
Hello.
Okay. So, but at some point I had to make a decision, and it was a hard decision. I had to look at myself and look at where I was going. Did I want those generational curses of my family that died from, all these, weight related and health issues? problems that they had. No, I didn't want that.
Yeah.
So I made that change. I made that decision. And with God's help, I lost over 100 pounds.
Oh, come
And it's
on
been
now.
over, and and now I teach what I've learned, what I've studied, but what I've lived most of all.
What you are living.
That's right. Living, yes.
Yeah.
Living.
And I just love that, because you have to, it is not easy, Carl. I love good food, and people love to give you the free here and your app here. You're a loyal customer. Here's another sandwich.
That's right. That's
BOGO burrito going on. Hello, but Carl, the truth is, we just have to make better decisions, and we have to be disciplined. But I love how you talk about faith and fitness. Now, I want to thank everybody who is on here watching. If you have any questions for Carl while we are doing this interview, I will be glad to forego my questions so your questions can be answered, because this is all about you, brothers and sisters. Okay. But Carl, my first question, let's talk excuses. Okay. We just talked the pandemic. Well, the pandemic. Okay. That's over. What we still doing? We know we still work from home. We know, but what are the biggest excuses you hear as a trainer, Carl?
I can't. I'm tired. I don't have time.
Yeah.
My schedule. Okay. Things like that. Those are the main issues that I see. But one of the things is that also my children, my family, the thing is, if you don't take care of you, how are you going to do all those things? How are you going to be there for your family? How are you going to make money? How are you going to do better?
Yeah.
At some point, if your body breaks down, if you if you have all these health related weight issues, you can't do those things. Yeah.
Because I think about, so we want God to bless us. Oh, God, bless me, enlarge my territory.
That's right.
You tired getting on the airplane? You gonna be overweight, going to events, not at your best, or can't go because you're out of shape, overweight. Just all these things, Carl, because our bodies are temples. We got to be at our healthiest for the purpose. So I just think we need to think about that. And it's not easy, because even in the church, fish fry dinners.
What you say?
$5 fish fry today. Buffet galore. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with the church celebrating Christmas and the holidays. All of that. But the fish fries going on and all of that. And a nurse told me this was, at my church. I'm not going to lie. She's on the health committee. She's a nurse. And she said, Dawn, I already knew the day after, because the barbecue was Saturday. She said, I already knew it was going to be some health problems Sunday. They had to rush over to somebody, I think, in the choir, because they done fell out.
That's right.
She said, Dawn, I already knew. She said, we already knew to be on guard on that Sunday. Because Saturday, it was come on.
Yeah.
So
it was going down.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, just because the church gives you one servant, you go up there 4 or 5 times, that's not their fault. But right. But Carl, look, it was a buffet overload for me. Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
Here we are coming up Christmas, New Year's. Let's talk about it, Carl. How do we not overindulge?
Okay. First off, I'd say you need a detox.
How?
Okay. All right. So there's several ways you can detox. A lot of people detox when they do a lot of chemical detox, or they take a certain type of supplement. Like when you go to the doctor, you're going to have surgery and you have to drink that horrible tasting liquid stuff they give you. And then before you know it, you got diarrhea the next day. But we're not doing that. Okay.
See, that's when we hear the word detox, we're like, I do not have time to be using the bathroom all day. Yeah.
That's right.
So what detox are you talking about?
So what I'm talking about is an actual food detox, where you actually eat foods that will detox your body, but at the same time, they're going to help you lose weight. And it needs to be a combo, because if you think about all those years that you ate like that, and then the fish fries, and then people showing you love, you go to one relative house and go to another, and they offering you food, and before you know it, you so stuffed, you don't know the front from the back.
Yeah.
But if you eat food that just continually detox you, say from now until Christmas, you'll lose weight, you'll feel better. Also, your internal organs will become stronger. Okay.
What foods?
All right, let's go into that. So apples, that's one.
Okay. Do I have
Okay.
to put it in the blender or just eat them?
Just eat it.
Okay.
Just eat it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I do have some that you blend, but these you can just eat. Okay.
Okay.
Apples. Okay. Avocados.
Okay.
Beets.
Okay.
Beets. Some people like, I don't know the
I
beets,
like beets and
but
I like avocado, but I heard avocado are high in fat though. You shouldn't have too many
well,
avocados.
but it's actually a good fat. They're high in
Okay.
omega-3 and omega-6 fatty
Okay.
acids. So those good fatty acids will actually help to take your body fat and burn it.
Okay. Good.
Okay. All right. So we got cabbage,
Oh, okay.
blueberries. Okay, blueberries. Now that's not a cabbage. You can't put the bacon and the fat back in there now. Okay.
Womp
Okay, watch
womp.
yourself.
Okay.
All right. You can season it with maybe some
No, so,
some,
Mrs. Dash or whatever, right?
there you go, Mrs. Dash,
Okay.
some smoked turkey, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Garlic.
Okay.
Okay. Lemon.
Okay.
Okay. All those things. And now if you're talking about salads, I also recommend eating a salad at least once or twice a day
Okay.
between now and Christmas.
Okay.
Then the lettuce leaves that you need to eat will be like spinach, okay, kale, arugula.
Oh yeah.
Also, you can do if you like greens, but don't get the what do you call it? The like the salad mixes.
Yeah. That
They're
come
like the
with all
spring
the
mix.
croutons and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not
Yes.
okay.
Because a lot of that stuff is not going to detox, and you're detoxing and you're putting in the wrong stuff at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Now, yeah. So
That's
also
good.
you can do what's called a green smoothie.
Okay.
Okay, if you do want to blend something. So you take like your apple that I just talked about, take some berries, and either a cup of kale or spinach. You can even do up to 2 cups, and then blend that with your. You need a good water. Okay, when I mean a good water, you need like either an alkaline water or a purified water, or even a coconut water.
Okay.
Now the difference is if you do an alkaline water, okay, if your body's acid from eating all that holiday food, if
Mm-hmm.
you have acid reflux or you have indigestion, then you want to bring your acid level down. So that's why you would need the alkaline water.
Okay.
But if you are dehydrated, then you would want the coconut water because it has the natural things that are in like Gatorade. Okay,
Now, for people
which
who
is
don't like
your
water,
electrolytes. Okay.
what about those energy packets with the energy flavor in it?
Mm,
To
you
make the
got to be
water
careful.
taste good, it makes it
Right.
crystal light, all of those things.
Just use natural lemon or lime because if you use those,
Okay.
you're not detoxing.
Okay.
Okay, because of the
Okay.
chemicals and things, the additives
Mm.
and whatnot. So if you're trying to detox, you need to leave those out until you finish the detox.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
But in general,
uh, yes.
should we be
And
putting those things in our water?
for some people, they still lose weight, but other people have found that because of the chemicals, it causes them to plateau.
Okay.
So it just you
It
may
just
or you may
depends.
not. Yeah, it just
Okay.
depends. Yeah.
Okay.
And then last but not least, you need some sort of protein. You can either use a protein shake, like whey protein or a plant-based protein, but you need to keep your protein up as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Beans.
Okay.
What about beans?
Okay. Beans, as long as they're not they can be black beans, pinto beans, red beans,
Okay.
kidney beans, northwestern beans, but make sure you can't use the sugar beans.
Right. And no canned. What about canned beans?
Right. No canned beans. But
Okay.
if that's all you have, drain them and rinse them.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 That's good because again, chemicals. Yeah. Because I mean, how are they going to
Exactly.
store it in the can for that long unless there's something in it that right?
That's right.
So that's good.
Yeah.
If
To
anybody
preserve
has a fitness question for Carl, please put it in. This is good, Carl, because I'm telling you, detoxing, because I thought when you say detox, okay, so I have to get the blender, but I'm telling you, but even shakes, all you got to do is blend up the shake, put it in the fridge,
right.
get it whenever you want. So really, what do we choose to do is what we don't have time for that, but we got time for the drive-through.
Come on.
Or when we're at the store, what are we choosing to get? So that's my thing too. It's a choice. And people, we're in
That's
this
right.
thing together. Like I said, what am I choosing to get? What is my choice? Yeah, that's really good, Carl. And I love how you touched on your uncle because there may be somebody on here who is listening or who's watching. You want to encourage somebody who you love, who is overweight. Your uncle, I'm sure, didn't say, "Oh, you're fat, you fat boy." He got you some, or did he? I don't know.
No, he didn't. Yeah. He didn't say. Yeah, he didn't call me names, nothing like that. He just.
But he got you the weights. He got you the weights.
That's right.
There's a way to encourage people, and we'll talk more about that later. Robert has a question. Carl, you read it and you answer his question. Thank you, Brother Robert.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. The lemon and the ginger, that's what I got in my cup right now.
Okay.
Lemon and, yeah. Okay. The thing about both of those, you can just do just as simple as putting a little bit of lemon, a tablespoon or two, or just squeezing 2/2 of a lemon in your water, and that'll also start your detox and your weight loss.
Okay.
Okay. But the ginger, especially, we got to take care of our gut. Okay. That ginger will help to digest and process the food that you're taking in, because anything that gets caught in your gut is like a traffic jam, like cars backed up on the freeway. And if you're backed up, then how are you going to flush all that out? Okay. And when it's backed up, it's just everything goes to storage.
Goodness.
Okay.
So is that why some people? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If you can imagine all the holiday food that's already in your gut, from the sweet potato pie, you got the candy yams, you got the greens, you got what else?
Potato salad, deviled eggs,
potato salad,
stuffing, dressing, ham.
Come on, all that stuff in your system, and then the residue of it. Okay, you got the residue, so you got to detox.
Is that why sometimes if you don't have a bowel movement for 2 or 3 days, is that why the gut is stopped up? It is.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow.
It can be. And then it could also, could have some issues going on with your colon too.
Okay.
But the main thing is that you got to get things flowing. Okay, you got to get it flowing again.
Wow. Yeah. Deanna Parks Mitchell looking good in this picture. Read her question, Carl, and answer her question.
Okay. Come on, Deanna. Girl, you need to be on the call. I need you on the phone. That's my girl that we work together, actually. But anyway, the lemon water, warm lemon water is actually very good first thing in the morning. Yes. Okay. You want to warm it with the lemon, yes.
Okay. Coffee. I love coffee. And I love my creamers, but I have vegan creamer. Shabani, and I'm calling all these brands out. They ain't paying me a dime. But I'm just saying, I use vegan creamer because, I just have to have cream in my coffee. Or do I have to have it? You see what I'm saying? But yeah, coffee drinkers first thing in the morning. So it has to be a habit. What does the warm lemon water do for you first thing in the morning?
Well, the warm, it can be warm lemon water with apple cider vinegar or ginger or whatever it is. But the warming of it helps. It's kind of like a clogged pipe. Okay. Like usually they tell you to put the drain on whatever is in there, and then they tell you to run warm water behind it to help it to flush.
Oh wow!
But that warm water helps you to flush. Okay. Oh, wow. It also helps you to detox, and it also helps start your weight loss process. Okay. It speeds up your metabolism. Yeah.
Okay. So if you let's detox before the holidays. So that by the time the holidays roll around, we'll make better decisions.
That's right. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. But because they're like, okay, detox, I'll wait till after the buffet at Christmas. No. Because, Carl, why detox and I'm going to eat bad that day? I know you hear that too.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
The point of detoxing now, which is very important, is that one, there are certain health issues that come if you have a buildup in your system. And sometimes if you don't keep your system clean enough, then you have to go to more harsh methods, one, but then two, sometimes you can't get the weight off. Sometimes it's not only that your metabolism slows down, your system is clogged up, you have low energy, then you may get depressed. There's all kinds of issues, mental issues that start to, show up.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just one thing.
Wow.
Okay, and then also your receptor sites get clogged. Okay, so even if you do take supplements or you're taking, even if you drink your coffee, sometimes it doesn't work the same. So that's why you have to clean it out, clean your system out, and then as you drink the coffee is really good. It's high in antioxidants. It's good for weight loss, and it's also actually can be used for detox.
Okay, yeah. But not with the creamer. Without the vegan creamer, even if it's vegan creamer.
it just depends on the, if it's more of the natural, all natural vegan creamers, you're good to go. But if
Okay.
it's got a lot of chemicals in it, then you need to switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to read labels. I'm a coffee drinker. First thing I got to
That's
have my
right.
coffee. But is it, do I really, or is it a mental thing? You know what I mean? It's, yeah, yeah. When you've made things a habit for so long, it's like, oh, I can't. Yeah, you can, Dawn. I can give
You
up the
can.
coffee because I've been with
Okay.
it, But, so I like that. People keep bringing your questions to Carl. I really love that. Good stuff. Now, Carl,
Mm-hmm.
what obstacles, we make resolutions. January 3rd, I'll be in the gym, right? January
Right.
10th, you done fell off. Right? And let's be honest. Or what? Is it January 8th? What do you want to say on that? Encourage us, Carl, because what causes us to go back to the bad habits by mid-January?
The thing is, a lot of times we're moving on emotion, okay, on hype. Everything is hype. I'm gonna do it. I'm ready, but you don't plan and you don't strategize and you don't set goals. You got to set goals, okay. And a lot of times, if your goal is only to get up and make it to the gym every day, or 5 days a week, or whatever your regimen is, that's where you need to start, okay. Just getting to the gym, and then you need to work on what is my plan, okay. Is it just cardio? Is it weights? Is it every other day weight training? So you need to have a plan, right?
Okay.
And then you have to set your goals. Okay, this week I'm working on losing 1 to 2 pounds, or 1 to 3 pounds, whatever it is. Okay, or by the end of the week, or the next week. Okay, you got to set small goals.
Okay.
Right, and then it'd be good if you know that you've been the person that you started and then fell off. You need an accountability person.
Yes.
Okay, either relative or somebody like me or a coach or somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that, because we don't have a plan. Because we said, because you see the commercials, join to first 3 months are free, and you're on a hype, and all the commercials, Carl, it's coming. Fitness, this, everything's new. Happy New Year, get in shape, right? To get you in there, or no membership fee this month or whatever. But if we don't have a plan, and many of the gyms do have a trainer,
Yeah.
but you have to have a plan. And are they really an accountability partner? Every trainer is not great. They don't have a good personality. They work for the gym. You can tell they're ready for you to get out of there. They're not patient. It's their job. So I don't know. But you need somebody like Carl. What's a goal that you see people make that's unrealistic? So is 1 to 2 pounds a week? That's reasonable. That's healthy.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
Or should it be more? 3 to 5?
For me, it depends on I kind of talk to them and I gauge them to see how their metabolism is working. So for instance, if you eat a meal now and you're hungry within 2 to 3 hours, your metabolism is pretty fast. But let's say that you eat a meal and then you don't get hungry for another 5 to 6 hours, your metabolism is slow like a turtle.
Okay.
So for you, I wouldn't say, set a goal for 1 or 2 pounds in a week. I would say within 2 weeks, maybe go 1 or 2 pounds if you have a real slow metabolism.
Okay.
But if your metabolism is pretty fast, and there's ways to speed it up, but you have to gauge to see where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so see, no, go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
But see, this is the thing, Carl. You said, because for me, okay, I got to get to the gym. Because when I'm at the gym, Carl, every day, all day, I used to go 7 days a week. I was on it. But then the pandemic hit, and I stopped going to my trainer because I was like, all these people, it's too close. They shut down for a minute.
Right.
Then they're back, but then the virus came back again. All this, I'm like, that's too close. I don't want to do. Okay. I joined the gym on my own. You can go when you want to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're doing it, you're doing it. But that one day can turn into, so now I'm getting my mindset back into, okay, I got to be back every day.
Got to be back.
Like I was. Even 7 days a week. But for some people, you can rest on Sunday. But for some people, if you know, then you better be in there on Sunday too, is all I'm saying.
That's right.
Because with me, if I stop one day, I might stop another.
It's like done, yeah.
Yeah.
And I recommend, like you said, in regards to that, it does take about 21 days to 30 days to break a habit and start a new habit. So that's why you have to be consistent during that time period. And
Okay.
for some people, it's best that you don't take a day off.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's you, then yeah. But the thing is, your body will get used to it and it'll become a habit and then a way of life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have to get over that hump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Hmm.
and because you feel better, I feel better, I look better,
That's
and I'm
right.
not getting into the smaller sizes better. That's not what I'm talking about, people. But it's
Hmm.
just when
Hmm.
you take care of yourself, your body will be smaller. That's all I'm saying. And not to say if you're
That's right.
small, you're because you have some people anorexic, all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. If you are doing it the right way, you will just slim down. And for me, let me speak for me. I look better in my clothes. I feel better about myself, and I have more energy too.
That's right. Yes.
When
Yes.
you
Yes. Yes.
eat bad, Carl, you are tired. You got to take another
Hmm.
nap. Now,
Oh
look,
yeah.
you train women
Mm.
too, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So let me
I have more
say,
women clients than men.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
when it's our time of the month,
Hmm.
I know you hear this. Dealing with women, working with
Hmm.
women, female clients,
Yes.
we're crabby, we're crampy,
Hmm.
weight gain, the water weight. You're tired. You don't want
Hmm.
to work out. You're cramping. You crave sweets. I know I crave sweet, salty stuff. What do you say?
Right. All right. Couple things. One, you need to drink more water,
Okay.
especially like the lemon water or teas. That does help. Okay.
Okay.
Two, you need your vitamins because basically you guys you're in a deficit because you're emptying out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you need to put in like your iron, your B vitamins, those kind of things, even you just a multivitamin in general to keep your energy up. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why the teas, coffees, things like that helps, right?
Okay.
Um, Another thing is that you need to also eat more vegetables and fruit.
Okay.
Fruit early in the day because that's going to help with your energy levels, right? And then, and a lot of times women, I'm a little more lenient if that, in that time of the month. And I
Mm-hmm.
do recommend taking at least a day or two and get something you really like to eat.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Not overindulge, but something that you really like that's satisfying and then move on.
So if I
But
want some French fries
mhm,
and a Snicker bar, then I can have that,
one
right?
day,
One day.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. But don't
That's
come
your free
back.
day.
Don't. Okay.
Mm-mm,
Okay. Because it's the
mm-mm,
truth. And then you don't even feel like getting out of bed sometime. You just like,
mm-hmm,
ugh. I don't want to go to no gym. I'm too fat. I'm too
mm-hmm,
bloated. I don't
loaded.
feel
Yeah.
like going to no gym right now. Let's be
And
honest.
that's right.
Ugh. I'm speaking for myself,
Mhm.
ladies. I don't know how
Come on.
y'all feel, but I'm like, ooh, and I can feel her coming. And when she come, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I already know in my head, I ain't going to gym this week. It
Mhm.
ain't happening. Burger King, but I can go to the drive-through.
Come on.
Shipley's will call my name, and let me tell you what happened, Carl. Let me tell you what
Come
happened.
on. Don't tell
And you
it.
know
Tell
how
it.
sometimes we say things are a blessing,
Mhm.
but it really ain't a blessing. I went to Shipley's,
What?
right? And I don't know if because
Go ahead.
they used to seeing me or whatever it was, but
Mhm.
I know at this particular Shipley's, they hooked me up with some extra donut
Mm,
situations. And
mm, mm.
I always know when I look in that bag, they gonna get, and I'm like, oh, you gave me, no, go ahead. Okay. That's not a blessing.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was
Girl, you're
blessed today.
supposed to
No,
say
I
no. You're
wasn't.
supposed to tell
Yeah.
them no. Y'all take that
Hey,
back. Yeah.
that's nasty. I can't get that back. They're not gonna use that. Mind your business, Carl. But I'm just telling you, sometimes free
Yeah.
samples. No, we gotta do better. So
That's
look,
right.
if you have any questions for Carl, and we had some
Mhm.
good questions, those were two good questions. Please put
Yeah.
them in,
Yeah.
and I will definitely forego what because I want to hear from y'all. But
I have something else I want to say
yeah, go
when you
ahead.
give me a moment. Okay. So another tip I want to give you guys is you need to fast. Okay. And
Okay.
that's kind of a new thing. There's intermittent fasting. And then there's just, honoring God with your body, your temple, His
Okay.
temple. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
And
His temple, not ours.
that's right, His temple.
Okay.
Yes, your body, His temple. So the thing about fasting is that, say for instance, I'm getting ready for Christmas, and I'm eating like say 4 meals a day,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or 5 meals or 6 meals, whatever it is. But my last meal, I want to get in early okay, by at least 7, preferably 6 o'clock, even sometimes 5 o'clock. And then you want to fast until the next morning.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So no snacks, no nothing at night, nothing. Okay. You got to cut it off and fast till the next day. All right. So one thing you can do is that you can submit that to God as a fast. If you praying over something, if you need help with something, you need a blessing, deliverance, whatever it is, that's one thing. But also just the fasting itself, scientific research has shown that it strengthens your energy level. Okay.
Mm.
It helps strengthen your internal organs. Okay, here's another thing. Like, say if you put all that junk, not. Let me rephrase that. That good cooking from the holidays, from
Yes.
Thanksgiving, but it may cause your internal organs to run
Mm.
slow because it's a lot of fat. It's fried. It's got all those mixtures and concoctions. So your internal organs may run slow. So that means you're going into fat storage and you're storing water and you bloated. Okay, your
Mm.
sugar's high. All right. So when you fast, okay, it's going to help your systems to run faster and the way that they're supposed to run, right? And then also, okay, here's a big thing, is that it's going to help you lose weight. All right.
Okay.
So you can throw that in there sometimes. You
Okay.
need to do some fast. And some people like to fast in the morning. They may eat their dinner and then they skip breakfast and fast till lunch.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
But do what works for you.
Rochelle said, "Amen," and she's somebody who does work out. And she says, "Read this comment, Carl."
Mm. She says intermittent fasting has been a game changer for her.
That's
That's what I'm
good.
talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
She,
yes.
she yeah. She keeps it together, and I tell you, yeah. So talk about intermittent fasting. What is that?
Okay. And basically, it's what I described, and people are doing it not as a religious thing, but more as a fitness or health beneficial way to fast, right?
Okay.
And so they're fasting, like they'll skip, like I said, skip breakfast, and they'll fast for like 16 hours, or they'll
Oh wow.
fast 12 hours. Okay, some people do 12 hours on, 12 off, that they have a
Wow.
12-hour period that they can eat, and then 12 hours they can't. Okay.
Mm.
But if you're fasting anywhere from 12 to 20 hours, you're going to see really good benefits.
Really?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not going to
But
get
no,
off the fast and just be like, I got to eat something. But that's why you have to
no.
train but you have to
Yeah.
plan, like you
Yeah.
said, plan.
Yeah.
You don't just fast.
Plan. Yeah. Don't plan. Yeah.
Because
You got to
you'll have
plan.
the Daniel fast at church, and after that, it's like, oh, I finally get to. You see what I'm saying? So if you
Exactly.
are,
Yeah.
you gotta, and then on. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I don't do the Daniel fast with the church, because
Hmm.
really, when you fast, and I'm talking spiritual here now, people. Um, then if you're not ready, just don't. You know,
Right. Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
about fasting, or
Yeah.
what
If
have
you're
you.
not
You have
ready
to
yet.
be
Yeah.
spiritually ready and prepared for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And you got to commit. Yeah.
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 Hmm.
So that's why sometimes, or you fall off the wagon in the middle of it, just,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's read these
Hmm.
comments, Carl. And I like what
Okay.
Rochelle says. Let's read her. You read her comment, Carl.
Okay. Called the fasting helped me to honor God in my day and to stay focused. Okay. On a real task at hand. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing with that, when you do that kind of fast, of course it honors God, right?
Hmm.
Um, but the thing is that it helps bring you in spiritual alignment. Okay,
Mm.
it helps to bring the flesh low, right? Like a bad kid acting up, cravings, you being emotional, if you can't focus. Okay, all that stuff comes into alignment because your spirit man is being strengthened, but
Mm.
the flesh or your flesh, okay, is what? Is declining. It's going low,
Yeah.
right? Because
Father, put
everything
more
that
of
goes,
you in me. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes. Basically, you're taking your flesh to the cross. Everything that goes to the cross dies.
Yeah.
Okay, if that weren't true, then Christ wouldn't have died on the cross.
Come on now.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he had to die to live, and that's why
Mm.
we live now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, through him.
I love that Rochelle brought that up, because she has a busy life. She has a daughter. She's raising a child. All of that.
Hmm.
We can do what we want to do. So
Right.
are we willing to die to the flesh?
That's it.
Are we willing to die to the flesh? Are you willing to give up that extra donut or whatever the situation is for Christ, that stronghold, whatever? And if you need help, because food addiction is real, Carl.
Oh yeah, it's real.
We've seen, you yourself had an addiction to food. I myself have talked
That's
about
right.
my own struggle with weight loss, with over being overweight. We see these shows, My 600-Pound Life, 2-Ton Family, all those shows, and I'm not making light of it. It's real, right? But we have to die to
It's
the
real. Yeah,
flesh. Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah. Why is it, though,
That's
that
it.
we see people, maybe in the family, maybe who are obese because they make bad habits, and we still make bad habits? Wouldn't you think that we'd be like, okay,
That's
I got to
right.
get it together because I don't want to deal with what mama has, but we still do it anyway. It's just, it's the generational behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
that's the
got to break
nature
it.
of the flesh itself. The flesh tries to trick your mind to say, well, it's not that bad, or I'm not going to end up like that, or I'll
Just
do it
one
tomorrow.
more. Just
Just one more.
tomorrow.
That's right.
Talk about
that was it. That
tomorrow.
was it. Yeah. Come
Talk
on.
about tomorrow.
And
That word right
tomorrow,
there, baby.
come on. Yes. And so many people say that I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And then some of my friends are like, didn't you say that 2 months ago?
Ooh.
Or five, what was that? That was 2
A
years
year
ago.
ago.
You said that, right?
A year ago.
Come on. That's it.
But see, accountability.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
man. Yeah. And Rochelle says generational behavior. I'm thinking of, and God bless you, Rochelle, for that, for saying that. That reminded me of something, Carl. What is the legacy we're passing down? Bad eating habits. And I'm not being funny here, people, when I say this. Let's talk to parents. If mom and dad are eating McDonald's, the kids are going to eat McDonald's. See, back then, mom took us to McDonald's every now and then. That was a treat. Okay? I'm
sorry, Dr. Dunny kind of broke up.
Oh, yeah. McDonald's back then was a treat. Mama didn't take us to McDonald's all the time. She cooked food, she cooked meals every day, 3 times a day, all of that, right? But now we're in a different place where parents are busier, Carl. They are more busy. So talk to the busy mom. She's like, look, her child is obese because he's eating this food, but she's a busy mom. She doesn't have time to cook. How do the parents help their kids with a healthier lifestyle?
You see, that was me. Okay. Now, I was an only child, but because my mom, she had complications, she couldn't have any more kids. However, I was the kind of kid that I didn't want healthy food. I wanted what I wanted to eat. I wanted the fat stuff. I wanted chicken nuggets. I wanted the fries. I wanted donuts. I wanted all that pizza. Okay. And I just didn't want a little bit. I wanted a lot. Okay.
And then the temper
so
tantrum.
when you have that kind of child, yes, exactly. And if I didn't get it, I was angry. I was mad. I was upset. Yes.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, parents, you have to be strict and you have to be firm, because if you keep feeding that child that food, they're gonna develop a habit. Okay. And then the more of a habit that it becomes, the more out of control that child is gonna become when they don't have it. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to try you. They're going to embarrass you in the stores. They're going to act a fool out in public. They're going to do all kinds of stuff to get their way. Okay. And you got to put your foot down.
Yeah.
You just got to. Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, healthy food, of course, a lot of people say healthy food is expensive. And in some cases it is. Yeah. But if you look for sales, you use coupons. You also, when you go to the store, have a plan. Have a plan. Know what food you're going to get. And a lot of times with kids, if you start off with some vegetables, they're not going to eat it. But if you start off with some fruit that's better for them, okay, instead of candy and snack food, give them some fruit. Or just a lot of times what you can do is say, look, if you eat this fruit, then I'll give you this chicken nugget or these fries or whatever. Yeah. And so once they've eaten so much of that fruit or whatever, that good healthy, the yogurt and nuts or whatever, okay, they're going to be pretty full. So you basically covered that part. So when they eat the bad stuff, they're not going to be able to eat as much. Yeah. And eventually you can taper them off of it. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of times you can tell them, look, if you want this treat or if you want this, you have to do this first. You have to eat this first, or you have to clean your room. But start developing good habits.
It's habits. Train up a child, right? If they come out the womb and you're giving them cake and cookies, that's what they're going to want. This one woman, she told me though, she's like health conscious, right? But her daughter is a little overweight.
Mhm.
Well, other people in the family
Mhm.
are getting the daughter food. That's what was going on.
Right.
Because mom's being mean or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So you have family members too who are going against what you're saying. Let's read T-Bell's comment. Hey,
Mhm.
T-Bell. She said, I found eating
Okay.
6 times a day helps my body lose weight. 4 to 5 are not meals. 1 to 2 are protein, carbs, healthy fats. When I don't do that, she gains and she stores. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
Uh-huh.
say to that? But
That's good.
again, I like how Rochelle shared hers. T-Bell is sharing hers. You have to do what's going to work for you.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do tell people, hey, a lot of times the doctor will say, hey, eat 6 meals a day. If you start eating 6 meals a day, most likely you're going to gain weight. So I say this: either if you're eating 3 times a day, add a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're eating 4 times a day, then add another meal. But the thing is, you can combine meals and snacks. You can do 2 or 3 meals, and then 2 or 3 snacks, and then 1 meal, or vice versa.
Yeah.
We'll do a meal and then a snack, and a meal and then a snack. But I
And
wouldn't
that's
recommend, just doing meal after meal, because it can be too much for your system, which may
yeah.
cause you to gain weight. Go ahead. And
And
that's
that's what
good,
T-Bell's
T-Bell.
saying. She eats 6
Yeah,
times a day, but she says 4 to 5 are not meals. She ain't
that's
eating
right.
4, 5, 6 full meals a day. She is
Exactly.
saying she is right, but she knows what's best for her body.
That's right.
Robert, again, God bless you, brother. He said, blessed conversation as always. See, Carl, this is what I just love. People are coming with the
Awesome.
questions. And Rochelle, for our parent conversation, she says, have the good stuff on accessible. What you got in the house? And who pays the
That's right.
bills?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's
Who's
another thing
buying it?
I teach my clients, hey, you need to get that stuff out the pantry. You need to get it out the house. If
That's
you
right.
don't buy it, and if it's not in the house, how the kids gonna go get it?
The
Okay.
2-year-old can't drive
Yeah.
himself to McDonald's. The
That's
2-year-old
right.
can't drive to the
Yeah.
store and get Doritos,
Come
right?
on.
Who's buying it? And again, I'm
Who's
not a
buying
parent.
it? Yeah.
I'm not a parent. So
Mhm.
I can only imagine how tough it is after a long day. And these
Yeah.
kids are manipulators. They know when
Oh
mama,
yeah.
she
Oh
gonna give
yeah.
me what I
Oh
want.
yeah.
Because
That's
she's
right.
tired
Yeah.
or daddy
Mhm.
good for, hurry up, just give it to her.
Mhm.
Rochelle, let's read this comment, Carl.
And in the car, a lot of times.
It's
Oh,
true.
man. That's right. You in a hurry, you in a rush, you coming from the ball game, or you going to church, or you going to wherever you're going, and then, hey, mama, can we stop? We hungry.
Yeah.
This or that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here, this is up the street. Yeah.
That's right.
Let's hurry up because I have a million things to do. I can only imagine what it is about being a parent because y'all's lives are busy, busy, busy. But the truth is, you gotta put in the work. And let's talk about, yes, it costs more to eat healthier. But I heard a health fitness. I don't know if it's you, maybe somebody else, or I heard it on a show. You will either you pay now or you're gonna pay later with the doctor.
There you go.
And with the medical bills and all the blood pressure medicine sitting up in your in your cabinet. You pay now or you're gonna pay later.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
So
we
have choices.
Thing. Yeah. A lot of times, and especially nowadays, people are wanting to, the economy, and then there's the interest rates and all this stuff, the price of living. The thing is, if you lose your health, how can you work? How can you make money? How can you provide? How can you be there for your family or for yourself or whoever? Okay. Yeah. So I remember there was this story that I heard. There was this family. Okay. The mom and dad were retired. The children were well educated. One was an engineer. Another one was, I think, like a teacher, a professor, and another one was something else. But anyway, so the father, he had, I think it was cancer or some kind of health issue, and they lost their health insurance. Okay.
Oh goodness.
And they had about $200,000 saved in their savings, and they went through their savings. Long story short, they ended up staying in one of their children's basements because they lost everything, because they lost their health.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, you pay later or you pay now.
Oh wow.
But the cost now is less than later, yeah.
Oh wow. Deanna, very good question. And Carl, I'm going to read this. And this is a very good question, Deanna. what would you say to someone who gets discouraged and they're ready to give up when they fall off the plane? They mess up. Oh, I messed up today. I can't believe I had that candy today. That wasn't on Carl's plan for me. I might as well mess. Oh man, let me have another one. And what do you say? Good question, Deanna.
I mean, first, you could crack the whip. No, I'm kidding. But really, what I tell them is like, look, everybody falls down. Everybody messes up.
Yes.
And that's just part of life. But the thing is, you have to get back up. You have to make a solid decision, okay, and say, I'm going to do better. I'm not going back to the situation that got me in trouble. Like, say, for instance, if you go and you have the candy, or you have a supply at your house, or whatever it was that got you in that situation, you got to stay away from that. You got to resist.
Yes.
Okay, that's one, right? And if you know that when you go to the store, you always pass by the candy aisle or whatever, whatever lights your fancy, then you got to stay away from that. You got to go the opposite way. Okay, that's another thing. The other thing is that for me, every time that when I would indulge in things that I would like to eat, if I did it more than 2 days, by the third day, I started to have cravings. So I know for myself that I can only do 1 or 2 days, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, because by the third day, I start to crave. And a lot of people are like that. If you indulge too much, then you start to crave.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing with cravings, a lot of times you're either deficient of protein or fiber, or you have an abundance of sugar in your system, or glycogen, which is basically causes you to have insulin spikes, and then you're on the roller coaster. You start craving because you had too much sugar.
Because the more you have it, the more you're gonna want it.
Right. The more you're gonna want it.
The more you're gonna want it. Oh, I tell you, Deanna, and that's a good question. But Carl, the thing is, I think what we have to look at is, okay, lesson learned, right? You made a mistake. It's not the end of the world. That's get back to the gym, or know you need an accountability partner. Right?
That's right.
Know what you need. If you can't do it on your own, or maybe your friends, y'all start off walking 3 days a week and then somebody gonna fall off. Those aren't your accountability partners, right? And maybe you need to be at a gym. Maybe you need a group. I like group workouts.
Yes.
You do what's fun, or just walk around the block, something. But I think you have to learn from the mistake, but you can't keep living there. You can't keep staying there. Deanna says, thank you. Accountability is important. And I'm with Deanna on that. You can't do it alone.
Definitely.
If you know
you
need support, you better get it.
That's right.
You better get it. Carl, what kind of accountability do you give? Because you can't beat people up, right? But if you see you have a client that's like, okay, we've gained 5 pounds again this week. Okay, what do we need to do? How do you as a trainer keep them motivated? If they just not trying, because it could be personal things in people's lives. People are in bereavement. They are dealing with so much, Carl.
So many things. Yeah. Sometimes I have to counsel them, but a lot of times it's as simple as, because I'm also a nutritionist, so we do sometimes more sessions, meaning like we may do, say if we work out 3 or 4 days a week, but then we get on the phone or Zoom or meet in person, and we talk. We go through it. What's causing you? What's the issue? What's the problem? Okay. We go there. We dig in there. Okay.
That's good.
The other thing is that I help them to balance their lifestyle. Okay. If they're all over the place and they're trying to do too much, okay. So some things you have to let go. Some things that it's just not healthy for you. And sometimes it's people, sometimes people are codependent.
That's right. Okay?
And sometimes people are negative to the point to where they're putting you down. They putting these feeding you these bad thoughts, and then before you know it, you're all over the place. You're emotional. You can't focus.
Yeah.
Okay. So
sometimes your relationship. That's relationship talk. Because sometimes the person you're with can sabotage your healthy eating.
That's right. That's
making
right.
you
and
feel
a lot
less
of times
than.
a lot of times that's the issue. Now here's another thing that I found is that a lot of times where there's a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, the person who's trying to lose weight, they'll start to eat healthy, but the other person is offering them the bad food and wanting them to go out to eat and stuff like that. So they need help to stand strong and resist that. And and sometimes you have to talk to your partner and say, look, I'm trying to do better for me and for us.
Yeah.
So you need to stop offering that to me.
They're sabotaging because they're not ready to get healthy, or they don't want you getting finer.
Come on, there it is.
Let's be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
He likes you
That's
400 pounds because he can control you because he knows you don't feel good about yourself. And I'm not talking about what I'm talking about. We've seen these shows. Some of these boyfriends don't want and I'm not people. If you love big, love yourself, whatever size. But we're talking about getting healthy right now. He's sabotaging her. Mm-hmm. We see it all the time on these shows. Sometimes he wants you. Yeah. He knows if you get your self-esteem up, boo. Yeah, because he knows you eat because you don't feel good about yourself. Carl, let's read this question. Read this. I like Rochelle's comment. She says, even the trainer has accountability.
That's right.
Who's your accountability partner, Carl?
That's a good question. I really don't have them, but mainly it's my clients. Okay. You know, when they see me and they look at me, I want to make a good representation of where they're going. Okay.
That's right.
I want to be, and a lot of times when I go ahead and I'll tell them, or I may have like a free day, or I'm gonna eat this or that. And sometimes I eat it in front of them or with them, you know. Yeah. And they see me.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they see me eating the healthy stuff, or they see me resisting. Okay. So it does help to be accountable to your peers or those who are with you, your family, your friends, or whoever it is. Okay. Yeah. But definitely get help. Because for a long time, I couldn't do it by myself.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. So you definitely need help. Yeah.
And that's good. They're like, oh, man, Carl had that, but then Carl's back at the gym, too. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's Carl is, yeah. So read Rochelle's comment, Carl.
It says, okay, listen, weight can get down into the cells causing weight. What's that?
Causing weight. Weight gets down into the cells causing weight. I guess she means... I don't know.
Get that.
Give us some clarity, Rochelle. Give us to that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us that again. But she may be saying we got to watch it. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say I don't want to put words in her mouth. I'll let her give it to us. But the thing is, you do have to watch who you are with, who is your partner, who are your friends. No, I don't want this. No, girl. No, some of these friends want you in their situation. You know, it's all these things, but man, when you're with somebody who manipulates and who tries to sabotage your plan, that's real hard.
And it's real. That happens all the time. Now, here's another thing I've seen where even this happened with myself, my friends, and some of the people that would offer me to go out to eat, and you know, when I was trying to lose weight, or and a lot of the people that I've helped, that when they start to lose weight, even though they may have had pressure from their significant other or their friends or whatever, then later they'll be like, you know what? I want to try that plan you were doing. What's that you eating? I mean, you looking good. I want to do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Rochelle. She says negativity can get to you, causing you to gain weight. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some people are stress eaters. They eat when they're stressed. Yeah. What do you say to those people?
If you're a stress eater, which that also happened to me sometime, the first thing, very important, you need to eat foods that help to calm you, not sweets, okay? Not ice cream, okay? Because that's going to add to your stress, if not today, tomorrow when you go try on your clothes, or, you know, if your ankles are swollen or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's important that you do more cardiovascular exercise. Okay, because cardiovascular exercise helps you to shed water weight quickly.
Okay.
Right? And then you need to lower your carbohydrates and eat more satisfying foods that are like high in fiber, like the beans, the apples, what else? Brown rice, which has resistant starch, things like that. Okay.
Now, give us some cardiovascular exercises.
Okay.
Give us a couple of examples of that.
So that would be like walking is just real easy. Okay. Anybody can walk. Okay. And then to up that, you can do what's called walk runs. That's like intervals where you walk for a certain period and then you jog. Okay. The elliptical and the treadmill are really good, but the elliptical is a little bit soft on your knees if you have joint issues. Okay. Also, there's the rower, you know, when you row. Seated rower. Okay. Now that one is real effective. That one burns a lot of calories, like the elliptical. And then there's the cross trainer. Cross trainer it's an elliptical, but it has the sticks. Okay.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's the stairs. You see the people where they're on the stairs, the
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
stairmaster, where they're like they're going upstairs. Now that one ain't no joke. Okay, you get on
Oh,
there.
I
If you're
know.
not ready, you
Or
might
do it
pass out in
very
the first
slow.
5 minutes.
Start very
Yeah,
slow. Yeah.
very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Mm,
real good. But
yeah.
really, it's about time. A lot of people do cardio for I'm doing 2 miles or a mile or 3 miles, but time duration actually is better when it comes to shedding body fat.
Okay.
Meaning that you should do it, work on maybe starting with 20, 30 minutes and then work up from there to an hour or whatever you can do. Okay.
And I like the intervals because I like that. I like to run for like either maybe it's 2-3
Mm-hmm.
minutes and then I'll walk a minute and I
There
don't
you
feel
go.
ashamed
Yeah,
about it. Right.
that's right.
And then I'll run another 3 minutes and walk a minute. And if I need to do 2, fine. Or then I'll add whatever. But I do what's best for me. I don't care if the person next to me is on the treadmill running for
That's
30
all right.
minutes. Good for you, boo. That's not my situation. Because if I do that, I know what I'm not going to do and what I'm not going to keep up.
That's right. Yeah.
And you got to work
Yeah.
your way up. And you
Yeah.
gotta switch it up. If you want to do weights or take the fitness class, whatever,
Yes.
do
Yes.
it. Do it. Now, Carl.
Something else I want to tell you
Okay,
in
go ahead.
regard to women that run. If you run too much, women, okay, you may retain water in your legs. So it's
Oh,
actually
really?
better if you do walk runs. Yeah.
Now, how
Okay.
so?
But it's just what naturally happens for women.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. One is because a lot of times women don't eat properly, the right nutrition.
Mm.
So as soon as your body runs out of fuel, right, from what you're supposed to have eaten, the good stuff, then your body starts to cannibalize muscle. And it actually cannibalizes muscle in your legs, which causes you to retain water and more fluid, which
Oh,
is
wow.
not good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but that's not for all women.
No, not all women.
Yeah. But certain women, yeah. Now,
Mhm.
because again, people, Carl is telling you, we are telling you, everybody is different. Okay.
Correct.
But
Yeah,
I
everybody's
like
different.
what you said because you may have somebody saying, Carl, I'm running. Why am I gaining weight? For
Mhm.
that other client, it's not doing that. But for you,
That's
then
right.
that's when Carl's going to sit down with you and say, okay, let's look at what you're doing. What are you doing? So I like that.
One
Again, accountability. Go ahead.
one more tip with that. If you're doing a cardiovascular run, which is like a faster pace, okay, you'll have cardiovascular benefits, okay, like your wind, your stamina, all that stuff, and your heart will be good, but you may not lose weight. Okay, just realize that because that's cardio work. Actually, you lose weight, actual body fat at a lower heart rate. So you have to go a little bit slower. That's why when you do the walk run, it puts you at a fat burning mode.
Really?
Versus a cardio. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just running for 30 minutes on the treadmill is not going to get me. So the intervals are better?
Are better for weight loss. But if you're trying to run a marathon, that's different.
Yeah. Okay.
You need that cardiovascular work. Yeah.
Okay. No, I ain't there yet.
That's
okay.
right.
So okay. Yeah. Don't worry. You ain't going to see me on a treadmill running up 30 minutes. Anyway, But I like that. Okay. And again, people, you all have asked some really great questions. You see Carl's information up here. mastertrainercarl@gmail.com or call him at 713-598-9729. I knew it was going to be people love these talks on weight loss, but Carl, I just love how when they ask you whatever question, you can answer it, right? That's how you know. That's how you know that he knows what he's talking about. And go fact check what he said as well, people. I guarantee
there you go.
that.
Look it up.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. Because we have to study. According to anything anybody tells you, I don't care if it's a finance expert, anything, you better fact check what anybody tells you.
Yes.
Carl, I love the knowledge. Final comments to us, brother. And let's read this. Let's read this one last comment or two. Hold on. We got more questions. I got to please the people, right? Okay.
Oh,
She says a sneaky weight gain can be our drinks as well. Sweet tea.
Oh, yeah. That'll mess you up real fast.
Oh, yes. McDonald's
remember
sweet
that
tea.
Any sugary drink that you have, sweet tea, Coke, sodas, even the sports drinks, the fruit drinks, that's like drinking liquid candy.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
literally, it's like drinking liquid candy. It basically is just telling your body to store fat, store fat.
Deanna, you're not alone,
Yeah.
darling. And then I even tell them, don't put no ice in that, because I don't want y'all like watering this down. Yeah, don't take it out. Yeah, don't water none of this sugar down.
I want it full strength. Yeah.
Yeah, leave that ice out, and I be mad.
Come on.
Get that ice out of my and it really burns me up when I order a shake and then when you know it's 3 cars in front of me and now it's melted.
Oh
yeah. Then I gotta go in, and then now you gotta give me new fries and a burger too. So come on. I mean, come on. Cardiovascular though, I got it in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's read Rochelle's comment, Carl.
Okay. Talk about women lifting weights over 40 to build our muscles. All right. So here's the thing, ladies, especially those of you who are afraid of weights. If you don't lift weights, okay. Over time, your lean muscle will deteriorate. It'll atrophy. That's just the way it is. I had a friend who was in high school, she ran track. I mean, and she was a black girl, okay? I mean, just stacked legs, glutes, thighs, everything, calf, everything was just good to go. And then I saw her about 20 years later. Mm-hmm. She had a couple, 2, 3 kids. Mm-hmm. She didn't work out, and everything went flat. Mm. Okay. Because that's just the way it is. Muscle is designed. If you don't work it, it's gonna atrophy. It's gonna go down. So ladies, in order for you to stop the cellulite, the sagginess, all that stuff, if you don't want to look like a flat tire, have extra skin, you have to do weightlifting. It don't have to be heavy, but you need resistance training to build the muscle underneath the fat. Okay.
For women over 40.
Yes. Yeah. The sooner you start, the better. Because if you don't, as you lose the body fat, because your body naturally, as you age, you will lose lean muscle. Okay. So you have to put that lean muscle back, or you have to add more, and then you just maintain it once you get it the way that you want it to look. Very important.
Yeah. Rochelle, did he answer your question? Yes or no? Yeah. That's good. And Deanna says, me too. And I assume she's talking about that ice situation. Don't put no ice in my drink. Leave that ice at the sweet tea. I'll handle that when I get home. Don't worry about that. I like these. Okay. She says, let's go, ladies. She's good. Now, T-Bell has a question. Can you build muscle that deteriorate due to muscle disease? Very good question.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
How?
Yeah, I had a client, and his was so bad that the doctor told him if he did not build his muscle, he was going to die. And there were other people that had the same disease that died from it. So yes, I've worked with people that have had muscle deteriorating disease like that. Okay, like that. But the thing is that the earlier you start, the better. Right now, I work with senior citizens with the city of Houston and Harris County. I do fitness training and I do nutrition for the city and the county. Okay. And a lot of them are anywhere from their 50s to I think the oldest one is 94 or 98. Okay. And we do weight training. Okay. To rebuild their bodies. We do certain type of stretches and joint mobility things, all that kind of stuff. So yes, you can do it. I do it all the time.
And I didn't even think of that, T-Bill. That's really good because you have people in different kind of situations. So it doesn't, so I didn't not think of that. And then also, Carl, you work with the senior citizens. It's never too late. It's never too late. And that's just what I love about it. We can do it, people. We can do it. I'm going to give y'all like 5 more seconds. If any more questions for Carl, going once, going twice. 3 times a lady. Okay. Contact him. You see his information. Carl, we ain't gonna be here all night. You need to reach out and set up a consultation.
If y'all want a consultation, I give y'all a free consultation. That's going to the new year. Okay.
He's telling him. Thank you, says T-Bell. Carl, repeat that again for the people who didn't hear that.
I'll give y'all free consultations until the new year. Okay.
You get a free consultation from Carl. How long is the consultation?
About 30 minutes, give or take. If you need a
Hello.
rush job, or if you have more time, we'll do more time. Just let me know.
Because he loves the Dr. Dawn show.
That's right. That's right.
So if you are on here, if you know it's time to get it together, 30 minutes, and I might be one of the ones calling. You're going to be like, Dr. Dawn, is that? Yeah, it's me, Carl. Yeah. I gave you an hour on my show. You better give me an hour.
Yeah, I got you, though. I got
Dr.
you.
Dawn, is this you? Yeah, it's me. It's me. Yeah, I gave you an hour last week. You better, come on. I ain't getting over
I'm
here.
Take care
come
of
you.
on.
T-Bell said,
Dr. Dawn. I'm gonna take
hey, I know you do. And you know what? T-Bell says I'm calling. Deanna, she says, great conversation. And I tell you, Carl, I'm going to put your information up once again. It's always so good to have you here. And I learned so much. Master Trainer Carl, I suggest you all catch the replay, take a screenshot of this, call him. He'll give you a 30-minute consultation or how the Spirit leads, and he's leading with faith. Final comments, Carl, before we let you go.
First of all, I just want to say I appreciate all of you. The calls, the questions, just awesome.
Yeah.
But the thing is, remember, it's time to make a decision before the new year. Okay. Whatever you've done previously has gotten you to the point that you're at now. The way you look, the way you feel. You don't want to carry that into the new year. All right. Yeah. And right now I am offering free consultations, right, via, thank God for Dr. Dawn. Because of her show, I'm going to give y'all free consultations until the new year, right? That's Raise the Praise 100, the Dr. Dawn, right? And
I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now, can I get as many, clear it up, because somebody going to call every day for a consultation. How many consultations? I'm just saying, you got because you ain't said it's a limit. Okay. How many consultations?
I didn't say that. One consultation.
Okay.
But if for some reason if we can't finish or something goes wrong, then we may do another one. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have to work or you got
Absolutely. I'm just putting that out there because you didn't say how many. You said free.
I didn't say it.
Come on now. You got to. Isn't that a shame? And not my people. Not my people. My people would never take advantage. They would never. Carl, free session. Thank you, brother. Thank you for blessing the audience. I tell you, brother, always good to have you. Oh, man. Don't be a stranger. You'll be back. You'll be back.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you.
God bless you. Thank
God bless all of y'all.
Yes. Have a good one, Carl.
Okay.
I tell you.
Thank you so much.